is 21st century literature? How does it differ from the 20th century? That's the center of our discussion. Hi dear learners, this is Renette and welcome to our new subject, and that is 21st century from the Philippines and the world. What do you expect from this subject? Because you are our 21st century learners, isn't it obvious that you also like to study and read 21st century literature? Let's have a quick overview about this subject. 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world facilitates the understanding and analysis of literary texts in various genres across culture. We want you to appreciate new trends in writing with our 21st century writers, which will surely inspire you to the world where differences are set and traditions of past coexist in harmony with values of the present. This subject is divided into two main quarters. Quarter 1 focuses on Philippine literature, while Quarter 2 features world literature. While the overall focus of this subject is on the 21st century literary outputs, we need to compare the regional literary outputs and their equivalent forms in English literature. When we proceed to the world literature, we will tackle the 21st century literary texts consisting of different genres from the regions of the world. So, are you ready to explore the beauty of the 21st century literature? What are the highlights of the 21st century literature? Are these familiar to you? I'm sure you all like these. Why 21st century literature? Simply because senior high school students were all born in or just before the 21st century. This century is your century. Isn't it exciting? The range of years in 21st century literature was written from roughly the year 2001 to the present. The 2000s saw a steep increase in the acceptability of all types, inspired by the coming of age of millions of people who enjoy the works of writers such as Lewis and Tolkien. Remember The Hobbit? In their youths, many famous books like Harry Potter series were converted into movies. And some books were written in simple English, and works of old writers were translated into language that was easier to understand. That's why some young people don't like to read Old English version. And mythology was converted into graphic novel form to build interest among young readers. Books on wars, guide for exams, myths, among others, were frequent sellers in this decade. And 21st century literature is full of imaginative writing, and most of the themes deal with current themes or situations, and they reflect technological culture. And it often breaks traditional writing or is fragmented because in the old century literature, it follows the traditional plot from the beginning, middle, and end. We study different rhythmic patterns, even writing poems should be rhymed. Remember the sonnets of William Shakespeare and other Italian sonnets? They are all patterned. 21st century is written by contemporary authors. We will discover new Homer, new Shakespeare, new Edgar Allan Poe, or could be new Rizal style of writing. And it traces artistic representation of shared and familiar experiences. This period is the emerging of different genres like IM and blog format books, digifiction, manga, doodle fiction, and graphic novels where you can see illustrated novels. Well, after knowing the highlights of the 21st century, are you ready to get to know our contemporary authors or writers and their literary work? On my next video, let's start our first discussion in the different literary periods of our country, the Philippines. Remember that literature is part of the human experience. By reading literature, you become empowered, morally upright, and well-informed citizens of the world. Happy learning, everyone! See you!